So we are going to kick it off here with a couple poems. Rob and I are going to do a couple of poems until 5:15, and we'll bring our first performer up after that. But at this time, I'm going to turn over to Rob and enjoy the Fish Poets gathering.
Thanks, Doug. Okay. I tried this one last night. It's a new one. And Gino suggested I try it as a crowd participation piece. But I don't think people were sufficiently liquored up last night. The audience part lacked luster. So I guess we'll see whose beer is the strongest, Astoria Brewing or the Bowie. Okay, so if you guys are willing to participate, we're going to try my first ever crowd participation piece. All you have to do at the end of every verse, repeat the title of the poem with feeling. Oh, I got the wrong one here. Okay, and the title of the poem is Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Okay. When your desired course of action requires that you don't give it too much thought, hell, jump in with both feet, my friends. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. You guys, I think the Bowie's winning. That's strategy on the boat, you know, if people are working fast enough, you just piss them off. Everyone works better in a state of mildly being pissed off. Okay, next verse. When your new deckhand shows for boat call and he's drunker than snot, hand him his walking papers, but ask, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Okay, better, thank you. When thanks to a crab pot stainless wire Jagger, your brand new bibs are already shot, get out that patching material and stick it with a Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Very good. Thank you. Okay, this one's a little different. When your way out of your league steady girlfriend starts hinting around about tying the knot, this is one of those situations I recommend phrasing it a little differently if you're thinking, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. When you keep zigging when you should have been zagging, water hauling when all the others have caught, you can plead your case to the fish gods with a Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Now I don't know if a guy my age ought to be writing poems like this or not. But there's a whole lot of worse ways I could be spending my time, so Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Thanks. Can I do one more? Sure. Okay. I just, since it's so popular these days, the racial profiling, I wanted to do my racial profiling piece. I call it genetically modified fishermen. It's a well-known fact among those of us in the fishing industry that Norwegians and Portuguese are born with the knowledge of how to catch fish. The rest of us got to figure it out as we go. We Scotch-Irish Germans seem to figure out how to catch fish by figuring out all the ways not to catch fish first. There have been many times I've been stuck behind some Norwegian or Portuguese waiting for them to get done unloading, when I've had lots of time to consider how different life would be had Mom been Norwegian and Dad a Portuguese, or vice versa. Thanks.
Okay, I got a couple I'll pull out here. First of all, I just wanted to say that when I drove down here, I came down from this Klaskenai, you know, and I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce that, you know, and I stopped in there, I was getting something to eat, and I asked the waitress, you know, I'm trying to figure out how that name's pronounced. I said, you know, how do you pronounce the name of this place, and can you say it slowly? She looked at me goofy and she said, sure. She says, Subway. Apparently we're on different planets right there. Okay, here's one I wrote about. We have a little processing facility and we sell some of our own fish and we put labels on there. And I'm trying to always come up with a label that I think could be catchy and keep up with all the modern lingo. And so it's called Alaskan salmon. Alaskan wild salmon has really been praised for roaming free and not being farm raised. So let's put it on our labels for all the world to see that they're not GMOs and they are gluten free. They contain rich omega-3s to counteract pulmonary edema, and the Geiger counters all say they haven't been near Fukushima. They don't contain any dairy and no pesticides. They're totally organic and naturally colored besides. They're humanely dispatched, so don't start a riot. They're a perfect complement to an Atkins or paleo diet. They're great to eat on the grill or in a fritter. You can give it praise on Snapchat or Twitter, or Instagram or text it, wherever you normally look. You could put it on YouTube or even Facebook. So whatever gimmick we need to satisfy somebody's wish, I'm all in favor of it if it helps me sell fish. And I think I'll read this one and then we'll move on to our first performer. This one is a little one. This kind of sums up the whole evening for us right here where we are, and it's called Wet Dog. Welcome to the 22nd Fisherman's Gathering that started way back in the day, and the very first performance ever held was right here at the Wet Dog Cafe. Now it's called the Astoria Brewing Company if you search for it on your Google map, but they still got the best damn burgers and lots of beer on tap. And remember to thank all the volunteers for all the work they do, from checking for buttons and working the doors and running the soundboard too. We got people from all over the place to stand on the stage tonight. They've written their stuff in practice to make sure they've got it right. So please keep the talking down while you're sipping on your beer. Be a good audience for our performers so the rest of us can hear. Well, sit back and enjoy the evening while you munch on your French fry taters. Enjoy the show and show some love. And always tip your waiters.